Here, from the shrine's high roof, we are struck down for the first time by our own Trojan weapons. The image of our arms, the error of our Danaan helmets, starts a wretched slaughter. But then the Grecians groan with indignation because the virgin is rescued. From all sides they muster to attack us, Ajax most ferociously, and both of Atreus' sons, and all the army of Dolopians. As when a hurricane is burst, the cross winds will clash together, west and south and east, exulting in his oriental steeds. The woods are shrill, in foam-washed Nereus rages, his trident stirs the seas up from their deeps. And any whom our stratagems had driven beneath the shades of dark night, whom we had chased across the city, now appear. And first they recognize our shields, our miming weapons, then note our speech that does not sound like theirs. Such numbers overcome us instantly. Coroebus is the first to fall. He dies beneath Peneleus' right hand, beside the altar of the warrior goddess Pallas. Then Ripens, too, has fallen. He was first among the Teucrians for justice and observing right. The gods thought otherwise. Both Eponus and Demas perish, pierced by their own comrades. Neither your great goodness, O Panthus, nor Apollo's garland could protect you when you fell. O final flames that take my people, ashes of my Ilium, be you my witness that, in your disaster, I did not shun the Danaan blades or battle. If fate had willed my end, my hand had earned it. Then we are forced apart. Along with me go Iphitus and Peleus. One was already slow with his long years, the other slow-footed through a wound got from Ulysses. The clamor calls us on to Priam's palace. And here the fight is deadly, just as if there were no battles elsewhere, just as if no one were dying now throughout the city. For here the god of war cannot be tamed. The Danaans rush the roofs, they storm the threshold with linked and lifted shields. Their ladders hug the walls, the rungs reach up the very doorposts. Against the darts their left hands thrust their bucklers, and with their right they clutch the battlements. In turn the Trojans tear down roofs and towers to fling as missiles. They can see the end is near, but even at death's point they still prepare defense. They roll down gilded rafters, our ancient fathers' splendors, while below the others block the gates with naked blades. They guard in tight array. Made new again, our spirits rush relief to Priam's palace, help to our men, and fresh force to the beaten. There was an entry gate with secret doors, a passageway that ran to Priam's rooms, a postern at the palace rear, and there, while Troy still stood, the sad Andromache would often, unattended, come to see her husband's parents. There she brought her boy Astyanax to visit his grandfather. That is the way I take to reach the ramparts along the roof. From there the wretched Trojans fling useless weapons with their hands, and from the sheer edge of that roof a tower rose, built starward. It had served as lookout over all Troy, the Danaan ships, the Grecian camp. And where the upper stories show loose joints, there we attack with iron to tug it free, to wrench it from the top, to thrust it down. It suddenly collapses. With a crash it tumbles wide across the Danaan ranks. Its fall is ruinous. But fresh Greeks come. The stones, the other missiles never stop. And then before the very porch, along the outer portal, Pyrrhus leaps with pride. His armor glitters with a brazen brilliance. He is like a snake that, fed on poisonous plants and swollen underground all winter, now his slough cast off, made new and bright with youth, uncoils his slippery body to the light, his breast erect, he towers toward the sun. He flickers from his mouth a three-forked tongue. With Pyrrhus are the giant Periphas, together with Automedon, Achilles' charioteer and armor-bearer. All the youths of Scyros now assault the palace. They fling their firebrands up toward the roof. Pyrrhus himself, among the first, takes up a two-edged axe and cracks the stubborn gates. He rips the bronze-bound portals off their hinges, cuts through a beam, digs out tough oak. The breach is vast, a gaping mouth. The inner house is naked now, the long halls open. Naked the private rooms of Priam and the ancient kings, and the Greeks can see the threshold guards.